It is great to see you. Thank you so much for coming on. You've been coming on The Tonight Show since your whole career. I mean, since
My entire career.
Your entire career.
Yep.
And can you tell them the story about Johnny Carson, about...
Okay, so this was one of my first appearances on Johnny Carson. Well, it was like an earlier one. And my mom thought it would be a really good idea if, as a surprise to Johnny, I did Karnak, which was a pratfall.
Yeah, he would come out, and he would come out, and they go, and it's in the opening, and he'd come out and like trip and fall over the thing. Yeah, and that was Karnak's,
So
on his entrance.
Exactly. So my mom said, let's do that for Johnny, and let's do it as a surprise. So they didn't tell any of the camera operators. They didn't tell Johnny. And luckily, I was in my dressing room practicing on with like a pillow from the couch, and I kept doing these pratfalls. And my mom said, it's going to be funny. You know, he's made everybody laugh. This is good for him. It's going to be so nice. Yeah. And I'm like, great. Tommy Smothers comes by, and I say, he comes in, he sticks his head in. He goes, hey, Brooke. And I'm like, hey, Tommy, I've got a surprise for you. I'm doing something on the show. Thank God I said that, because I come out in a very grand way, kick the top step purposely, go crashing into on the floor in the table, and you see Johnny, the camera missed me. I dropped completely out of the frame. And had they been prepared, they would have panned down, obviously. But I just drop out of it. Of course, everybody thinks it's real. Yeah. And now they feel terrible for me. And there's this picture of Johnny reaching over the desk to try to help me, and his cuffs are all the way out of his jacket.
It's so
funny.
funny.
And I'm on the ground going, they don't think this is a pratfall. They think this is real.
It was so well done.
Screwed.
Let me tell you something.
Oh my God.
We found the clip.
Oh,
I want to show. I don't know if the last time you saw this.
Oh.
This is the clip. Here's Brooke Shields falling, pretending to fall, making her entrance on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. Watch this.
Would you welcome the girl of the moment, Brooke Shields?
Are you okay?
I've watched your show before.
I thought you were doing Karnak for a moment. I said that's one of the funniest entrances I've ever seen.
That's right. Come on. That's Johnny Carson and the Smothers Brothers.
And like, thank God Tommy on air said, was that the surprise? So he totally like supported me so that they actually believed it was planned.
It's a great fall, buddy. It's a perfect fall.
It was good. Because I don't normally.
You come out like, who comes out like that? And hi. Hi, it's me, Brooke Shields. Hi, everyone.
And then you could see, anyway, that was.
I got to say hi to one of your daughters backstage.
Yes.
Gorgeous, Rowan.
Rowan.
And I was going to show this photo. I didn't tell her. I'm going to show a photo of Rowan. Here she is looking gorgeous. But But here's the reason I'm showing this, because this is your dress.
That's my Golden Globe nomination dress.
So your kids are wearing your outfits now.
And had I been the one to suggest it, they would have been like, that's so weird, Mom.
Yeah, no, lame.
It's old.
But this is,
they went down into my archives.
Look.
And I think it looks better on her.
How great is that? How cool is that your kids get to...
The fact that they want to.
Yeah.
You know, and
do you remember wearing this dress?
Oh, God, I remember it. I remember it, too, because the next day I was brought into the agency, and they read me the riot act. And they were like, you are never going to be treated seriously as an actress if you just look like a movie star. You should never wear red on the carpet.
What?
And I was like, dumbfounded. Next year, everybody wore red on the carpet. So I brought the, Us Magazine or People or whatever, and I went, there it is.
Yeah, I'm ahead of my time.
Ahead of my time.
Don't tell me what to do. Yeah, I know what I'm doing now. We have two things I want to talk about. First, you are a CEO of a giant company, and would you like to tell everyone what this company is?
So it's a company that was born out of a platform that I created during COVID called Beginning Is Now. And it's for women over 40, because I was feeling sexier and better than I've ever felt in my life. I'm not comparing myself to other people. I'm just more confident. And I couldn't understand why we were being fed the narrative that you've had a good run. You got one foot in the grave. Once we've had babies and our ovaries don't punch out kids anymore, we're somehow discredited. And so I started this community, and it grew so quickly. And we are launching with a line of products called Commence, which is our new name.
Yeah.
And it's hair care for women over 40.
Congratulations,
Thank
pal.
you.
Don't stop.
Nope.
Don't stop.
Nope, 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 nope.
You're doing that, then you're producing a movie. Congratulations. You have a
Thank
hit
you.
movie on Netflix, Mother of the Bride.
Because we're number one.
Nah, come on, bud. Come on.
I know.
Isn't that cool?
It's funny when you've been around as long as I have, like, your career just kind of goes like this and like this and like this, and you just to be here this long, to even see early Carson and just go like, wow, it's mind-blowing that I'm still here.
No, you told me you were
No,
great.
in the best way.
Yeah, and
It's
all
like-
these new ideas, and
Yeah.
you're crushing it, but also not only producing it, you're also starring it. You're also super funny. You're doing physical comedy
God,
in this
there's
as
so
well.
much in it. It's so good.
Who directed this?
Mark Waters.
Mark Waters is fantastic. Mean
Freaky
Girls?
Friday, Mean Girls.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he knows exactly what he's
Can you tell everyone what the film is about?
Yes, it's about my daughter surprises me after being away for a year, and she comes home to me and says, "Oh, I'm getting married in 2 months in Phuket."
Yeah.
And it's all taken care of. And all of a sudden, I find myself in Phuket having no bearing on the wedding. Everything's planned. My whole world is rocked. And then I find out she's marrying the son of the guy who broke my heart in college.
There you go. Is that like a great plot?
Played by Benjamin Bratt.
Benjamin Bratt, not too shabby. Hello. All right, very good. I want to show everyone a clip. Here's Brooke Shields in Mother of the Bride. Take a look at this.
Did you see that?
See what?
That Hemsworth hottie over there. He's totally checking you out.
Oh, come on. I've got underwear older than he is.
Oh, no, you come.
Right hand down, left hand up to reverse warrior.
Did you see that?
What?
Now come and get it, smile. I say you go and get it.
Damn it, I'm done. Emma and I have a meeting with Discovery's international brand manager in 10 minutes.
A lot can happen in 10 minutes.
Stop it.
A lot.
To warrior 2.
Sorry.
Come on, right there. Brooke Shields, Mother of the Bride, is streaming right now on Netflix. We'll be right back with Tracy Sierra.
Hey, hey.